Traveling has been my driving force in life for the last 5 years. Whether it's by sea on my sailboat, or by land in my camper van and motorcycle, my sense of adventure has always acted as my compass. Subscribe to become a part of the journey and experience all the beautiful places and people I encounter along the way. We're kicking off this episode in Waderick Wells. I hopped aboard Kiki's boat Lost for a quick little trip to this stunning spot, located in the Exumas Land and Sea Park. Established in 1958 to preserve and maintain the delicate ecological balance of marine life in the Bahamas. Clearly, their preservation efforts have done very well, as there was so many different species of marine life in this area. We were even lucky enough to swim alongside a large group of eagle rays. These creatures are truly magnificent. It was almost as if time stood still for a moment, watching them glide through the water with an effortless grace. After a spectacular time in the sea, we went ashore to hike up Ubu Hill, a well-known spot to cruisers who have been in the area before. At the very top of the hill, cruisers leave signs with their vessel's name on it, made out of pretty much anything they can find. But we thought we'd change things up a little bit. We found a sign that was broken and totally sun-bleached, and decided to beautify it.
Look out here.
Well, I'm gonna be working on like a little sunset action. Make a little cloud here. That's as far as I've thought.
So we're here in Big Farmers right now, and we've been slowly making our way south. I'm over here on Lost right now. Gypsy Moon is just over there, anchored behind me. And we're going on a cave adventure today. We're actually gonna dive in it, so we've got our dive lights and wetsuits, because apparently the guys here on Lost have been there before as well, and they said it was really cold. It should be a pretty interesting little mission. So Kiki, what are we gonna find in there?
Bats, rats, all the fun, creepy little crawlers. At least some shrimp, so it's nice having some dead skin on your feet. I'll snack on that a little bit. I don't know, maybe there's some other little things lurking down there. We really don't know yet.
Brian's got a lot to snack on over there.
Yeah. I've been saving the dead skin for the little shrimpies in there.
Kiki's not getting no shrimpies on his feet.
There's some big guys in there you gotta watch out for.
path to our doom. The view up here is pretty good, but you can see the other side of the island, just how strong the wind is blowing and how rough it is on this side versus how nice and calm it is where we're protected on the other side. So it's kind of cool to see from up here.
Entering the underworld.
Yeah, here we go. Oh boy, it's looking pretty dark in there.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's big, but it's fine. And maybe about 10 feet long, but they say it doesn't bite. It's venomous, but it doesn't bite.
Are you f***ing with us right now?
No, that is true.
As soon as we descended down into the depths, we were greeted by our little shrimp friends. I have a bit of a special place in my heart for freshwater caves. While some might find the darkness and confined space a little unnerving, I actually enjoy it. That element of the unknown and the mystery of what might be lying deeper below. Well, today has been one of those days. This morning I woke up and there was kind of water coming in through the floor here. Opened up the compartment and it was like full of water, almost all the way up to the top of the batteries. And so, yeah, even the engine compartment was pretty full of water. And we just put the spare bilge pump on because it looks like the old one must have burnt out. I've been away for the last couple of days, so I guess that's how it's had time to get so full. But now we've got this one pumping it out. It's much lower now. Oh yeah, and then there's a cat here. Because I picked you up last night, didn't I? We were walking home from the bar and he was following us, and so I picked him up. I carried him right into the dinghy. He didn't freak out. Dinghied all the way back to the boat and got onto the boat with him. He still didn't freak out. So he's been pretty chill. Gave him a nice little can of tuna, and he's been purring nonstop, but Kiki says I can't keep it. I don't want to keep it because traveling with an animal is very difficult, and I don't have the lifestyle to live with an animal full time.
Triangles it is.
What are you doing? Look at your fuzzy nuts. So as I showed you guys the other day with the bilge filling up with water and the boat basically almost sinking, part of the problem is the rudder shaft. That was where the water was coming in from, and I did know that it was leaking a little bit, and before I left the United States I had it tightened up, but either the guy didn't tighten it enough or it's been backing itself off with just kind of the movement of the rudder. So we're just gonna dump a bunch of Loctite on it and keep an eye on it and keep tightening it.
So unfortunately we don't have a pipe wrench that's big enough for this, so taking our trusty oil filter wrench here, put a little Loctite on there, and we're gonna try and tighten up the stopper nut on the bottom here.
So it's kind of hard to see in here because there's a limited amount of light, but this here is the nut that we're talking about that seems to be kind of backing itself off, and so it's been leaking in through here and coming back through to the engine compartment and down into the bilge. So we had left some paper towels under here just to tell how much moisture was coming in, and those are saturated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so obviously it's still leaking a bit through here, which is not ideal. The other sort of major malfunction we've had on one of the last passages from Shroud Key to Staniel Key, it was really windy, and just as we were on our way in, the autopilot kind of kicked itself off. But it actually broke part of the clutch. So the way the wheel-mounted autopilot works is it's just like a wheel that's attached to the helm, and then there's another wheel, and it's all connected by a belt. And so that little one at the bottom, that clutch, has two little prongs or bolts that you push into the hole to lock it in order to turn on the autopilot, and then it can control it. And when that's pulled out, then you can free turn it. The autopilot is not doing anything. And so basically what happened was there was so much force on it, it like sheared the bolt right off. And so the next time I went to use it, I realized that there was no little prongs to go into the hole. So that's the other kind of major system that we really need to have working. And so we were hoping that we might just have a similar spare bolt on board, but unfortunately we do not. So we're gonna have to find a way to kind of make that work as well. I mean, it's a boat, things are always falling apart, but the Bimini has been in rough shape for a long time now. It's been falling apart since I got it, and the canvas material isn't real Sunbrella, so it's been very stretched out and it's not holding its shape, and so it flaps all over the place. A lot of the zippers are ripped, a lot of the seams are coming out, and it's very loud. Like today, it's pretty windy, that's why we're just hunkered down here. Yeah, it's just flapping around a lot, and on that same sail that the autopilot broke, the plastic kind of isinglass screen that is on the top ripped right out. So now we have a nice giant hole in the Bimini. And it looks like that seam is just going to tear right down the middle and eventually just break the whole thing. The next day we went out for some freediving and spearfishing to get the problems of the boat off of our mind. Although I am quite the animal lover and have never really been into hunting things before, spearfishing is almost a necessary part of living aboard in order to supplement your food supply when you're far from a grocery store. So spearing my very first lobster was kind of a big accomplishment for me.
There you go, baby.
I'd just like to take a quick moment to let you all know that I've been nominated for the best YouTube channel at this year's International Cruisers Awards. It would really mean a lot and be a great way to support the channel. If you took a quick moment to vote, just click the thumbs up and then we'll prompt you for your email to confirm your vote. Thank you so much, guys!